So, all this, and is anyone really surprised? Disney Plus advertisers abandoned ship as Star Wars and Marvel shows underperform. Now, this is nothing new. This has been happening for years now. But just the fact that advertisers are apparently just now getting tired of it. It's like sports, right? You have that the one player, the up and coming star of the league, and you have all these advertisers backing him. But he might underperform, right? Well, what will any good person do? You have all these people, backing you, and you don't want to let them down. So that person trains harder, regardless of what sport it is. I could say baseball, but it really just any sport. You want to do better, you train harder, and you improve. So that way, those advertisers, know that their investment is in good hands. The Disney, Marvel, Star Wars is all really the same thing now. They don't care. So these advertisers are tired of giving companies money who really don't care. They're not out there trying to improve, despite all the backlash that they're constantly getting, despite the bomb after bomb after bomb after bomb that comes out. They don't seem to want to improve, and advertisers look like they're just like, you know what? Disney, Star Wars, Disney's Marvel. It seemed like it should be a sure thing. We should be rolling, and I should be able to wipe my ass with several $100 bills all at once. But I'm having to use regular old toilet paper because I'm not making any money because my investment, it's not working out. So, you know, but Disney Plus is facing significant challenges as advertisers reportedly pull their campaigns from the platform. Good. The streaming service's original content has failed to meet the impression threshold outlined in ad contracts, creating dissatisfaction among advertisers. Oh gosh. What is that? Is that jizz all over Mickey? That's how he feels right now. Actually, no, they don't care. He probably enjoys it at this point. The ad-supported tier of Disney Plus was intended to solve the company's streaming challenges. However, low audience engagement with major Star Wars and Marvel shows have led to below average impressions. We've told you guys what you have to do, and you just don't want to listen. In response, Disney is reportedly trying to shift advertisers to broadcast television in an effort to retain their business and avoid costly refunds. This issue came to light in a recent video by the Valiant Renegade YouTube channel. Valiant joined the Kiss My Grits, an advertising professional speaking anonymously, provided insight into Disney's struggles. Basically, what is happening with Disney Plus is Disney Plus is struggling right now to fulfill the obligations that it's promising to its advertisers. You don't say. KMG explained, citing conversations with industry contacts in New York City. New York, New York, I love New York. So also just off, but Pee-wee's Big Holiday, when he goes with he attempts to go to Joe Manganiello's birthday, and he gets to New York, and he starts singing that, New York, New York, and it seems so stupid, but it's funny because it's Pee-wee. Also, great movie, by the way. If you like the whole Pee-wee movie, it's a good movie. Stupid. I'm eating pizza in New York, New York, New York. I think there's something like Madison Square Garden. It isn't square, and it isn't a garden. I think he's like looking at a postcard of Madison Square Garden, and he's saying that, it's not square and it's not a garden. And then they chime in with song and kind of say like, "What's up with that?" or something. Really stupid. It's such a good movie though. Um, you all right there, Roxas? He's like, "Yep, I'm fine, Grandpa. Just relaxing in the window." He's probably happy as can be. It's been freezing out today. It's kind of warm. It's warm and raining, so I was able to open the window for him, and now he's just snoozing. He's just snoozing. He loves him in his window. Um, and what I mean by that is whenever you agree to advertise on a platform like Disney Plus, you're always guaranteed a certain amount of impressions. Yeah, that's part of the investment. Um, well, Disney Plus is struggling to fulfill the obligations that they have been promising. I wonder if they'll actually say. They're under delivering by vast amounts on several of the campaigns that are running on the platform. Season of Flavor. Sorry, it's ranch. Um, and as a result of what is happening is these advertisers are obviously not happy, and so they are pulling money from those campaigns. They're saying, "All right, if you're not meeting the delivery that you promised me, I'm placing that money elsewhere." That's normal thing to do. So I mean, Disney, Disney, Marvel, Star Wars, they can't blame anyone else here. They're the ones not fulfilling the obligation here. They can sit there and say, well, it's all the racists not watching the shows and engage. It's all because of them. That's the reason no one's watching anything." You sure about that? Or maybe like we've been telling you all along, maybe your products are just crap. No heart, no thought process to them. They're just, here you go. Here's big name actor or big name superhero or whatever the case is. They just expect you to mindlessly consume it and just be fine. Just like, the best product ever. Because Disney thinks that you're stupid. They think that you'll just eat up whatever they hand you. KMG further explained that the advertisers have lost faith in Disney Plus as a platform and are redirecting their dollars to cable and broadcast. How bad is that? TV is essentially dying. Like, no, really, most people don't watch TV anymore. They're usually on their phones or on tablets or computers. The fact that they're investing in TV, cable channels and that how bad is that? You're The streaming services are supposed to be the future, right? But yet they're investing in old school stuff at this. I mean, you can say it's really not out of trend or anything right now, but most people, when they consume whatever it is, it's usually on their phone or their computer or tablet or whatever. Technology. They're connected to the internet, they're on YouTube, they're on streaming services. So the fact that these investors are like, you know what? We're gonna put our money into like cable channels and broadcasting networks because, at least they get the numbers that we want. The ad tier subscription numbers are nowhere near what they assumed that they were going to get. Valiant highlighted Disney's immense streaming costs, emphasizing 4 shows: The Acolyte, The Akashite, Loki Season 2, Secret Invasion, and Andor. Andor. They collectively cost the company $1 billion to produce. Despite this investment, none of these shows top streaming charts and received an average audience score of just 57.8 on Rotten Tomatoes. The problem was, as we pointed out, especially with Andor, which is a year and a half ago. Really? Yeah, I think that's the one with what's her name? Freaking Moses Ingram. or was that the other one of them with the black chick who just doesn't know when to shut up? Oh, John, that really narrowed it down. The actress who doesn't know when to shut up. I think it was Moses Ingram who played I don't I don't know. But I remember she was running her mouth about people being racist because they don't like her character, which was of course a character who was super duper good at everything. You know, putting evil men in their place. Um so the four shows combined $1 billion in production, and that doesn't include whatever Disney Plus then spent to advertise these shows. Valiant suggested the Disney Plus's most significant advertising opportunity might come from Bluey, a children's show that the company doesn't own. I have an idea. I have a great idea, Disney. You want? There's a character who everybody loves, and I don't know what you'd have to do to get a hold of it. But hang on, let me. There you go. There's a moneymaker right there. You want some stuff that'll draw in people? There you go. There you go. Don't. It's okay. You don't need to thank me. You just start showing this stuff, and the money will just start rolling in. It's gonna be like a personal money maker. You know, it's like those machines where you take, you put in like a quarter and you can get like 1,000,000 quarters back after they push them off the side. Yeah, it'll be like that. It'll be like a money making machine. So all you gotta do, all you gotta do. Anyway, just I'm just throwing that out there. If you want to make money, there you go. There's a perfectly good show that you can advertise for, and the advertisers will back up. You can have it on the platform. I don't know how you would obtain it, but there you go, free money. It's an issue because there's a restriction on advertising on content that is specifically only to kids. Disney is also integrating Hulu and ESPN into Disney Plus, according to KMG, and sales for those platforms are encountering problems as well. The audience for Hulu and ESPN don't align with the pixie duster Disney adults who make up the bulk of Disney Plus's viewership. I knew there was trouble in paradise. Because every single press release that was generated specifically from Disney never had a single number, not $1 amount, and that the only thing that the press really said is, "Oh, we increased our advertisers by 15%." And I think it was very cleverly, yeah, that's usually what happens. It's like with viewer numbers on something, they'll usually bring up numbers from like the first episode, which always has the most, and they'll be like, "Oh, well, we have, millions of viewers." But it's like you look at the episodes and you see that it was just the first episode like that. They're very, very not clever, but they word things and present things a certain way, obviously to look good for advertisers. They did it with Acolyte. They did it with, they do it with Rings of Power. Pretty much any show that fails, they'll bring up, "Oh, the numbers. Oh, well, we had over this many viewers." It's like, yeah, but most of them were the first episode when people were curious about the show in the first place. And then from the first episode, you're starting up here, but then every episode you just get progressively worse. So, very clever worded, where it wasn't you increase your advertising revenue, you just got more advertisers. You increased your quantity of advertisers that were coming in, so very, very, yeah. Yeah. There's a big difference. There's a big difference there. Yeah, wasn't that you increased your ad revenue? I mean, which getting more advertisers is a way to increase, but it's going to be, you know, also a bigger risk. So, I mean, if you if you want to brag about getting 15% more advertisers, which is which Disney is famous for. KMG then noted that the Disney ad revenue projections continue to shrink like a wee wee, like a wee wee in the cold, like my wee wee in the cold. I have a tiny wee wee. I need to stop. As the company repeatedly revises its advertising goals downward. If you're the advertising sales executive and you promised these advertisers, like you said, so many eyeballs, and you're right, Roxas, and you keep missing the mark, those projections just get adjusted down and 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 down. Valiant said toward the end of the video. And then that at the end of the year, you say, well, we met 100% of our goal. Never mind the fact that the goal is now half of what it was at the beginning of the year. I saw the sign and opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Nothing will be missed if they fail. Burn it all down. Parents found out that they just keep dropping R-rated movies onto the platform. Don't let your 5-year-olds watch Deadpool, even if the set ratings filters so they can watch PG stuff like Frozen. It still has Indiana Jones, so stuff that's not okay for small kids. I mean, Deadpool maybe, but like Indiana Jones, I don't really consider that like major for, you know, bad money with the keyboard. But yeah, after years and years and years of just one flop after another, it looks like advertisers are finally getting a bit tired of having investments in these companies with this company with, you know, with Disney, and not seeing any major returns. You know, they're investing to make money, but they're not. So what happens when you're invested in a company for so long and you're not making any money? Well, you do what every dude says they're gonna do. You pull out. Um, don't worry, my pullout game is good. He's lying to you. Little side note, if completely off topic, but if you're with a dude and he says that his pullout game is good, do not believe him. Okay? If you don't want an unwanted, if you don't want a child, do not trust a guy when he says that his pullout game is good. You see all these guys online, you're like, oh yeah, my pullout game is good. Do not believe any of them. You see girls like, oh, he promised to pull. Don't believe them. His pullout game is shit. And it's going to prove that everyone was right when they told you not to listen. Okay? So, oh no, don't worry. I'll just, you know, my pullout game is really. Unless you want a child, don't believe him. Ladies, just please, just. But yeah, they're pulling out, and surprised they haven't done this sooner. But you know, it's Disney, and they're not gonna, like I said in the beginning, it's like it's not like a performer, you know, athlete where, you know, they want to maintain, you know, have those not only keep those advertisers but to get more, so they train, they become better. Disney doesn't see the need to do that because they're already filthy stinking rich. Like if advertisers leave, it's like, oh well, someone else will invest in us. Someone else will you know, will advertise and all that. So they don't care. They see no reason to improve. And that's the problem with companies now, whether it be movie companies or gaming companies. They think you're stupid and you'll just and everything that they put out. So, But anyway, that's going to do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.